What's up fellow outlaws, Khraze here and welcome back to Red Dead Online. Another video for today because we have some big news. And specifically, week 1 update is upon us. Rockstar Games just announced this. There are some changes regarding all of our concerns, specifically the ones regarding the online economy, and there are a few rebalancings that we're going to go over in just a second. So the message itself starts pretty simple. It begins with the introductions and it goes like this. We want to thank the Red Dead community for playing and sending us tons of valuable feedback during the first full week of Red Dead Online beta's availability. This feedback is crucial to help shape the game as we move forward. Today we are starting to implement the first set of adjustments to the game, including changes specifically geared towards creating a more balanced, fun, and rewarding overall experience across all modes and missions. These include increasing the cash and gold payments across a number of different activities, including free roam missions, free roam events, replays of a Land of Opportunities missions, showdown series modes, and more. Reducing the prices of most weapons in the Wheeler, Rawson, and Co. catalog and the gunsmiths. For players that have already purchased weapons at the previous prices, we will automatically deposit the difference to player balances starting today. Please look for an alert message the next time you log in Red Dead Online beta to notify you of this change. Refunds may take up until December the 10th to reach all players. And finally, we have balancing the value of select pelts, skins, and fish, as well as horse reviver and pamphlets. So this is all good news. I believe that there's going to be some slight readjustments, but also some nerfs, and this is specifically geared towards the pelts, the skins, and the fish. And I've already heard a few reports about it being about half of the price that it had before this patch. So for example, if trout or salmon sold for $4.50 before this patch, now it's $2.50. We will check how this is all in game, but personally I believe that this is a welcomed change. I believe that pelts and skins and fish, even though they were an excellent source of income, we became too reliant on it to the point it made the online experience a little bit boring. As long as the online missions and events are more rewarding and compensate for this loss, I am more than fine with that. But moving on with the message, of course our efforts to improve and balance the Red Dead Online beta will continue. We are conscious of and still evaluating an assortment of further adjustments based on feedback from the community. We are currently working on fixes for some persistent bugs that are causing some players to be kicked from sessions. Thank you Lord, because that is something that kind of affects me despite going through all the workarounds that they have told me to go to, and we aim to have fixes for these live next week. We will also continue to review all the feedback and suggestions, so please keep them coming to reddeadonline.com/feedback. As an added thank you for all players and helping us through the beta period, we are also awarding everyone that joined in to play the Red Dead Online beta at any point through the midnight PST today with a gift of $250 and 15 gold bars. Holy heck, that is quite a lot. Gifts should start arriving today and will hit all eligible players by Friday, December 14th. Once again, we want to thank everyone for playing the Red Dead Online beta and sharing their experience so far with us. That's still a lot more to come, so please stay tuned. So oh my god, the message is actually quite bonkers. I mean, I didn't expect 4 rewards as well, and the 15 gold bars is actually quite big. $250 plus the difference in depending how many items and weapons you bought before is going to be quite substantial, but so far I'm liking these changes. This is exactly what the fan base has requested. We have requested better rewards for free missions, for online events. We're going to check it in game really soon to see exactly what these changes are. I'm very curious because it all sounds pretty sweet, and I'm going to specifically start with the prices in the catalog. We're going to check if we have received the reward and all of that, and I am super excited about this because I am for once glad that Rockstar Games is actively listening to its player base, to the fans, and I hope this continues the trend. I hope it goes this way. I hope it's not just a way for them to reduce the prices momentarily and then screw up the economy as the time progresses. We've seen this happening so many times before, especially with GTA Online, and I don't want to see the same route happening with this one. So I'm I'm going to switch to my PS4 right now and let's see exactly what these changes are. Okay, so let's start things off and see exactly what has changed. I don't believe I've gotten anything. Yeah, it seems that the rewards have not yet been delivered, so I guess it still takes a little bit of time for my stuff to get updated. But I'm also curious if the catalog has also changed, the prices, especially in terms of weapons. And let's start with the revolvers as a matter of fact. So the Cattleman revolver, well, it's now $50, the double action is $127. Volcanic pistol, I know this one has been significantly reduced, so it's now only $270. I think it was $300 and something previously. Schofield is also in a decent price range, but what I'm mostly looking is at these two pistols, the Mauser and the semi-automatic. It seems that these have been reduced quite significantly. Overall, I would think it's somewhere around a third. That is the total price reduction for each individual weapon. It's about a third for each one of them. So yeah, 600 instead of about 1000 and 537 instead of like 700 if I remember correctly. So pretty nice changes. I also want to check out, like, for example, the bolt action, and yes, the bolt action has been reduced quite a lot. It's now $216 compared to 340, somewhere along those lines, or 338, cannot really remember exactly for how much I bought it, but it's a nice decent change. These two also probably dropped from like 500-600, so it's still a good change. The sawed off, the bow seems to still be stuck at $124, so at most I believe that Rockstar Games is content with the current price of the bow, so that's not going to change anytime soon. Well, I guess that makes sense, so I'm not going to like stay on it too much. But let's see the consumables. It seems that consumables have kept their prices in full, $1.20 for these things, so I believe this didn't change at all. All of these are exactly the same price. Even if we go to the arrow section, it's 0.2 per arrows. Is that still $10? Actually, it's $8. Yeah, it's still the same price as before, so nothing changed too much in terms of consumables. I believe if we go to, let's say, to tonics, these most probably are pretty much the same, like $4.50 for potent healing. Yeah, $5 for all of the other snake oils, the bitters. These have also not been altered. So overall, it's easier to make money from other types of activities, which I am beyond glad to say that. Missouri Foxtrotter, it's still $950. I believe this was the same price as before. I might be slightly wrong though. And I also want to like check things out. Let's see if the prices for fish has changed. It seems that there's a person probably trying to fish, realizing that there's not much to it anymore. I mean, it's still a lucrative method of making money, but I wouldn't go for it. I mean, it's been almost slashed in half, so I wouldn't waste any more time with that. But I'm going to go... Okay, I have no clue what's happening. But yeah, let's see how much this thing costs. That is actually quite on time, because I really wanted to test things out and see how much it costs. We're going to bring it in town and see if it still sells for like, I'm not sure how it was, $15, $10. I'm pretty sure it was quite expensive to get this thing, so pretty good deal nonetheless. Now come on, trusty old nag. By the way, if you're wondering why I am such low level or why am I getting these rewards again, it's because I've deleted my character completely like a day ago or so, and yeah, I didn't like how it looked. I just wanted to like level up again, and that's what I did. I reckon we also have to check if the XP methods still work. I'm really curious if there's any stealth changes to that. Most of the time I'm expecting stuff like this to go down. Like, big developers always squeeze in stealthy bug fixes that they don't talk about, so I'm really curious if the XP methods are still something that you can do, if they are still rewarding. I'm going to check that thing later a little bit. Now I'm mostly interested in the prices, and that is pretty much it. So let's go ahead and sell a few things. First, I'm going to start off with the pelt. It now costs $5. Okay, and then the cat is $13.5. So I think the price is pretty much the same, isn't it? $18.50. I think it's pretty much the same. The bear claw is still $1.50. The syringe meat and all of this is still low price. Okay, valuables are still around $1.5, so not much has changed. But other than that, these are all the changes currently, and I'm going to wait for my rewards, for my gold bars. And tell me if you like this update, tell me if there's anything that upsets you about it. In my honest opinion, I think it's quite balanced. I mean, it could have been way worse, and we are definitely getting some rewards in our hands just for taking part in the online beta. So that is it, guys, that is it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.